Hi everyone, this is Stephanie, Director of Rehab here at Edgewater. We did not have an opportunity to present our February seminar because we had our norovirus outbreak in the community and we were unable to do group activities, so we wanted to present it to you all now. Casey, my occupational therapist, is going to be the one talking you through this PowerPoint, and then we'll have some other PowerPoints coming to you later this week. Again, please give us a call in therapy if you have any questions or any concerns. We're able to come to your apartment. We can do one-to-one therapy in the apartment, and we do have an outpatient location set up in the multi-purpose room on the second floor by the auditorium. We miss you all, and we're looking forward to seeing you soon. I'm going to let Casey take over from here.
All right, everyone. Hope you're staying safe and healthy. So today we're just gonna review what would have been the February seminar based on what the Thrive is. So this is the second of the 10 seminars that we had provided by the rehab. So we will be doing the February and March like this as well. So just be on the lookout for that. Okay, so the title of today's seminar is Thriving with Good Balance Part 2. We learned a bit about the role of balance in order to thrive at our January seminar. Today we are going to dive a little bit deeper and talk about what it takes to have a good balance, how to know if you're doing the right type of balance work, the amount of balance exercises you need in order to prevent falls, and different activities like that. So if you guys remember, for those of you who came to the January seminar, we talked a little bit about the importance of a specific Thrive prescription and the new technology that we have in therapy called BalanceWare that actually has been helping people with their balance on a day-to-day basis. The wellness lecture in this month is about the benefits of good sleep. You will learn how important it is to get good sleep for optimal physical functioning and balance. If our bodies get quality rest, our reaction times and balance will actually get better. Just a quick reminder that there are 5 keys that make up the Thrive program. They are balance, flexibility, mind, energy, and strength. So today that we're going to focus primarily on our balance portion of the Thrive program. So how does the human body stay balanced? So just a little bit of anatomy overview. Our brains are the control center for balance, but the brain needs information in order to tell our bodies what to do to stay balanced. There are 3 systems that the brain uses for balance in our eyes, our ears, and the meaning of balance organs in the inner ear, our joints, muscles, and nerves. So we use our eyes to tell us where we are and what is around us. This is why we sometimes stumble at night walking in the dark. People with poor vision need to learn how to make the other 2 systems work better to make up for lost vision. We have a balance organs in our inner ears that tell us if we are turning, spinning, and how fast we are moving. This is called the vestibular system. There are many conditions that affect the inner ear and cause things like vertigo or dizziness. We will talk more about those in our March seminar that we will be giving in a different presentation. Lastly, our joints, muscles, and nerves. Our joints, muscles, and nerves give the brain additional information about what the body is doing. Some conditions like arthritis in the knees can cause the system not to work as well, and these folks may experience more falls. Also, conditions like diabetes and neuropathy cause there to be less sensation or feeling in the feet and legs, so therefore it can have an impact on your balance. All this together and combined, this causes the brain to get less information and therefore can lead to more falls. The most important takeaway from today is to understand that balance does not improve on its own. You must know how to safely challenge your balance in order to improve it, and it must be practiced regularly. So what is a fall? This is a quote from the World Health Organization, an event which results in a person coming to rest inadvertently on the ground floor or any other lower level. Let's step back for a second and make sure we all understand the facts about falls. We know this is something that ACTS residents are concerned about. A fall is not just when we land on the floor. If you cannot control your ability to sit in a chair and you fall backward into a chair, is that a fall? Absolutely. You are coming to rest inadvertently on a lower surface. If you lose your balance and start to tip over sideways but catch yourself against a wall, is that a fall? Yes. If the wall was not there, you would have inadvertently come to rest on the floor. It's not just falls we are concerned about, but also quote-unquote near falls. We need to take these occurrences as signs that we need to work on our strength and balance in order to prevent falls and injury. So these are some studies based on some fall risks. So the first quote we have here is a concern of many that says, "I'm afraid of falling, so I'm very careful. I move slowly and take my time." So people who are afraid of falling fall more, not less. This is because they limit their activity, which reduces the opportunities to practice balance. I fell a couple of times this year, but I didn't get hurt. People who have fallen 2 times in a year without injury are at a risk for more falls. So you still are at a high risk. I got hurt in a fall this year, but it only happened 1 time. So studies show people who have fallen only once but were injured are still at a high risk of falling again. So overall, if you are cautious about your activity, when you limit activity, your brain loses out on opportunities to get the necessary balance practice it needs to reduce falls. We can't say and stress enough, take all falls and near falls seriously. How do you know if your balance is good enough to prevent falls? One of our favorite pieces of advice is test, don't guess. There are many tests that predict the likelihood of falling or even becoming disabled within 2 years. We have carefully chosen tests that are specific for older adults and help you predict if your balance is good enough to prevent falls. We strongly encourage you to attend our Thrive screening events. Now that we don't have any public events going on right now, as Stephanie mentioned earlier, we do still screen people in our outpatient facility, which is on the 2nd level by the auditorium, and we also are doing some Thrive screens in the apartments if you are interested. These tests only take a few minutes, and the team here at ACTS will go over your results with you. You can also make an appointment with us at the rehab department to have the screening test completed. Our other favorite saying is knowledge is power. Knowing where you stand gives you the power to prevent things no one wants, such as falls, injuries, hospitalizations, increased healthcare costs, and disability. Here's an example of one of our tests. We ask you to place your hands on your hips to see if you can stand on one leg. The first time you try is your score. If you can't stand on one leg for a full 5 seconds, on the first try, you are not just at risk of falls, but you are at risk of injury-prone falls. So we suggest that you don't try this at home, but we just wanted to give you a little bit of an example of what you could expect during one of our Thrive screens. How can you have better balance? Balance needs practice. Balance practice needs to be frequent, and it needs to be challenging enough but also safe. There are many exercise types offered here at ACTS that improve your balance, such as yoga and Tai Chi, which right now is being performed on the television with Michael. Talk to your rehab facility and talk to your fitness director about what is available here and what would be best for you. Studies show it takes older adults 50 hours of balance training to see a true protection from falls. If you practice balance 3 times a week for 30 minutes, it takes 8 months to reach 50 hours. If you use a walker or a cane, ask us at the rehab department to help you determine if it's right for you. The wrong device or devices that doesn't fit correctly can make things worse and cause other problems. Did you know walkers and canes can sometimes make balance worse? In general, relying on canes and walkers for balance takes away your own internal balance system practice and can make you more at risk for falls. So it's really important to reach out to the therapy department so that way we can make sure that your assisted device is correct for you. So what is the exercise prescription? We mentioned exercise prescription back in January at our last presentation. We talked about how prescription is very individualized, and just like a pill, exercise is medicine, and how you need to know exactly how to take it. Balance exercise is no different. There are many types of balance loss and reasons for balance loss. A physical or occupational therapist can hone in on the causes and help you with a plan to do the right type of balance training for you and your needs. So we wanted to introduce you to what is BalanceWear. We talked a little bit about this. It's a new technology that our therapists are currently learning more about and providing here at ACTS. One of our physical therapists will actually work with you in order to customize a BalanceWear vest. So it's a vest with very small weights that are strategically placed by the physical therapist to give more information to the brain to allow you to have more balance throughout the day. So the physical therapist would actually evaluate you and see what would work best for your needs. So how does BalanceWear work? How it works is that the therapist will bring the actual vest or kit to a resident in their evaluation. So this is just an example of what the vest looks like. They're very light weights, between 1/16 to 1/2 pound. So it's not very noticeable while you're wearing it. But what it can do is that it can greatly improve your balance during walking and while you're just doing your activities throughout the day. So if you're interested, definitely give us a call in rehab and we can see if this would be an appropriate fit for you. So this is a video of Doris. In the video, you will see a side-by-side comparison of her balance with the vest and without the vest. It even helped her to go up and down the stairs. We will let her tell you what BalanceWear did for her.
And stand up, and then she asked me to move my arms around, and then I know what I felt like.
See if it plays.
My name's Donna, and I've come to you because I know that I need help. I live here in Oakland, have for some 45 years. I married the handsomest man in the Navy, and I have been married for 65 years, except that my husband died 2 years ago. And that has made it very, very difficult for me, living alone. I do have a puppy dog, and that helps a lot. So anyway, I live in this house, which is, I would say, rather large, and it has all sorts of things about it that require good balance, good thought, but I know I don't have my coordination together anymore, and I've had a lot of falls. I feel that because of these falls, I'm losing my ability to continue with my life as I want it to be. Art is so much a part of me, and I miss being able to paint now because I can't stand up to paint. I can't put a canvas behind me and stand up and hold up my arm because I broke both arms right here in the house. I mean, it was a bad fall. I broke both arms. It limits my life so much to be afraid. There's just all sorts of things I can't do anymore, like gardening. I love to put in a pretty garden. I love to entertain. you can't enjoy the scenery as much even. I mean, if you're on a walk, you can look around and enjoy scenery and things like that. When you're thinking about your balance, all you're thinking about is walking. And if you notice, a lot of old people, when they do walk, they're like watching their feet. My doctor recommended that I try this balance wear. So I contacted Cindy. The first thing she did, before she even had me walk, was to touch me in different parts of my upper torso to see where I was out of balance. So this really told her a lot about the fact that I can't even stand up straight, not for more than a few seconds. She told me to walk, and she could see that I was staggering, and I looked for something to hold on to or to touch. And then I turned around and I came back, and she asked me to sit down and put on this vest. And I thought, oh, what's going on here, you know? But it was a cute little vest, so I thought, why not? And she began to touch here and touch there and put a little weight here and a little weight there. And then after she had me put it on, she asked me again to stand up and walk. Well, I tell you, it was like dipping your feet in the fountain of youth. I could feel the difference when I walked. I mean, I could feel it. It was exciting, but again, I tried to hold back a little bit because I thought, something's here, I can't believe this is so true. Oh, but then we also went up some stairs. I remember that. We didn't have the vest on that time. And I went up the stairs. Of course, I have to hold on. It's one step at a time, one step at a time. Just like at home, I have 17 steps. I have to go up and down every day dozens of times. And then she put on the vest, and immediately I went up consecutively. I could feel that I felt in balance so much better. I felt free. She had me come back, and she had me put on the vest again and stand up, and then she asked me to move my arms around. And then I know what I felt like. I felt like a bird. I mean, I was having fun. I could feel like I could hula or anything I wanted to. My whole body was just, oh, it was so exciting. It was so exciting. I thought, oh gee, hold yourself back. This isn't happening, you know? It's like instant transformation. In other words, it was so good, I couldn't believe it was happening. If this continues to work the way I think it's going to, the way I have confidence that it will, gosh, this will change my life. I'll be able to paint again. I'll be able to stand up. I'll be able to take my dog for a walk without being scared. I'll be able to go into a grocery store and pick out things without worrying about losing my balance. I'll be able to have some fun again.
So as you can see, that this Balance Vest worked wonders for Doris, and we are lucky enough that we have a therapist who specializes in this specifically. Her name is Tammy, here in the physical therapy department. So if balance is something that you are pretty apprehensive about and you're interested in learning more about balance wear and the product, please give us a call in the rehab department, and you can ask for our director of rehab, who's Stephanie, and you can also ask to speak with Tammy specifically, who's the physical therapist who specializes in balance wear. So right here we have the come to chat with the therapist. Unfortunately, you know, since we're in isolation, this isn't going on right now, but as I said earlier, you're more than welcome to always give rehab a call, and one of us can speak with you based on just performing a Thrive screening on you, which looks at that balance in addition to strength, energy, flexibility as well. And if you have any questions about therapy, or if you would qualify for the balance wear, and just any concerns at all physically, since I know that we are all kind of stuck in our apartments, just please feel free to give us a call here in rehab. You can ask to speak to any of us, but Stephanie and all of us in the rehab team are here for you guys and to support you in anything that you need. So I hope that you guys had found this a little bit helpful. I'm glad that I was able to talk to you about the balance wear. And just remember to give us a call, and we're more than happy to come and do a Thrive screen in your apartment or in our outpatient facility behind the auditorium. So I hope everyone is staying safe and families and loved ones are safe as well. Thank you.